Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Time with Angel Ariel to restore hope, inspiration, and peace. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walking experience on January 11th of 2003. I'd like to welcome back my loyal subscribers. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, recommending, and subscribing to these YouTube videos. And for those who are new to the Claire Candy Hoff channel, perhaps finding it for the very first time, let me tell you a little bit about myself. Through my full-time business for almost 20 years, as I established my Angel Healing House healing practice in 2003. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I love teaching Reiki. I teach tarot. I'm an intuitive channel, a psychic tarot card reader. I also do past life clearings and also ancestral healings. And I am also the author of several #1 Amazon international best-selling books. Now, speaking about my award-winning books, I received this beautiful 5 out of 5 star review for my channeled book, One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. And here we have that beautiful book. Now, this review reads, "This was such a beautifully written story. I was amazed at the detail Claire provided for each and every life, and I cried every time she went back home to heaven. Claire has an ability to write in such a deep and rich way that leaves you feeling that you were there also. I highly recommend this book. I loved every single page. I could not put it down." And that comes from Judy in the USA. You know, with Judy sharing that she was so captivated and unable to put the book down, her comments are very similar to many readers who have said that it was my fault that they stayed up all night and they lost sleep as they simply could not stop reading the book. To purchase my award-winning books, please visit Angel Healing House, and my website is angelhealinghouse.com. Or to purchase the book in print and ebook form, you can also go to Amazon. Or if you like audiobook downloads, the books can be purchased on Audible. I'd like to send a big thank you for all those who have made donations to my PayPal account for my free weekly content. Now, if you'd like to contribute, I have left my PayPal link in the description box down below. Also, an announcement just for today. On March 15th, 2022, I am celebrating the Ides of March, or March 15th. I'm offering a special discount on 1-hour angel readings for only $111. Now, these special sessions must be booked and paid for today, March 15th, 2022. But, of course, they can be scheduled to occur at a later date. To take advantage of these special angel readings, you must call in today. That's March 15th, 2022, and call Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716. And do remember that's Pacific Standard Time, as we are here in beautiful Santa Monica, California. Now, everyone, in these monumental times of change on our beautiful planet Earth, when we see almost every single area of our lives being revealed, the medical community, our education, our banking systems, our governments, our politicians, almost every area, our health systems, we see them as they're being revealed as corrupt and dark, and they were created to keep us manipulated in fear and controlled with chaos and drama. While this is all being revealed, it is important to have the knowledge of what has been perpetuated on our beloved planet. But it is just as important to have the wisdom how to utilize that knowledge as a lesson never allowing ourselves to be manipulated, deceived, and lied to ever again, and to never, ever give our powerful, sovereign right to self-rule and never give it over to any self-professed authority, no matter who they are, no politicians and no governments. We cannot change the past, but now that we are awakened and now that we are enlightened, we can make very sure that history will not repeat itself. My angelic family, who I am part of, we are called the Posse of Angels. We are sharing with you that some of us have waited for eons of time, coming back time and time again into physical incarnation, over and over to participate in similar revolutions, to help the world evolve. And each time we have inched a little bit closer to the world waking up. We wish everyone to know that finally we are victorious and the light has won on beautiful planet Earth. Yes, it has come at a cost, but so has every other previous revolution that was sparked in order for the world to evolve and brought us that much closer to this momentous, transformative date of 2002. As we do every week here on Time with Angel Ariel, to restore hope, inspiration, and peace, we start with some wise words to help us walk this physical path of life. And today, more than ever, we have 10 seemingly simple insights that are in fact of great importance when it comes to changing our lives as we walk into a new awakened era of peace, justice, truth, unity, and equality for all on our evolving, beautiful planet of light. Number 1, everyone, remember, there is not a single shred of scientific evidence that suggests that life is meant to be taken seriously. Cultivate a lightness of spirit that will shield you and lighten your load against challenges and troubling times. Now, I've often shared with clients through my business, Angel Healing House Healing Practice, that everyone has challenges in their lives, for that is life in physical duality. And our greatest lessons come in hardships, adversity, and challenges. Challenges arise when our souls are ready to expand, and it is everyone's free will to see them either as an opportunity for growth or to choose to see them as problems that we should not be having. With our free will, the choice is always ours. Number 2, happiest are those who live in integrity, a state where one's thoughts, one's words, and one's actions are all in agreement. Now, we suggest you develop a personal mission, a compass for everything that you do, and follow it with integrity. My personal mission statement is the same as my Angel Healing House healing practice, which is, I help others to reconnect and live solely from their divine, eternal, heavenly natures. And because I don't ask anything of my clients, which I do not follow myself, I live from my divine, eternal nature, my integrity in all that I do, in my every word, my every thought, my every deed, and my every breath. Number 3, include in your closest circle of friends only those sparkling souls who regularly bring joy, happiness, support, comfort, kindness, and harmony into your life and into the world. Avoid those who are critical and judgmental, putting their focus on separation and division. and seeing the negative as they choose to walk under a dark rain cloud of their own making. Number 4, never miss an opportunity to tell those dear ones in your life that you love them without any forewarning and in an instant. It may become too late to do so. At the close of a telephone conversation, make the last thing you say to someone you cherish, "I love you." In fact, make the words, "I love you," part of your everyday conversation. Number 5, don't take yourself on a guilt trip. Please unpack those bags. There are no mistakes. There are only experiences, and those things that we keep beating ourselves up for, being mistakes, are invaluable learning lessons, and they helped our souls to grow in ways that we cannot possibly ever imagine. If you could only see your beautiful selves from an angel's perspective, you would cherish yourself and your choices so much more. Number 6, identify those who provoke you to uncontrollable belly laughs and tears streaming down your face, guffawing with reckless abandon. Make sure you stay in touch with them, for they are needed to help banish dark nights of the soul. They are an invaluable gift to lift our spirits and to help us be the wind beneath our wings to help us to fly. Number 7, never look upon grieving as a failure of faith. Allowing emotional scars to heal takes time and must be done according to an internal metronome beyond your conscious manipulation. In many ways, grief is the price we pay for love. The more we love someone, the more we grieve their death. And even the most spiritual of us who think that we have prepared for the passing of a loved one are often not prepared for the shock, the emptiness, the disbelief, and the overwhelming sadness, which are all part of the grieving process. And the posse of angels is reminding us that God in all his wisdom knows how overwhelming our grief can be. So he gave us the ability to weep, to help us purge the sadness from within. Now the posse of angels is reminding us that crying doesn't represent a lack of faith. It just means that we are human. The same wise and clever God who gave each of us an enormous capacity to love also knows about sorrow and mourning. That's why he gave us tears. Number 8, the person you are now is a necessary step in becoming the person you are going to be. As we are divine and eternal, we never ever stop evolving. I like to say that when we are on the spiritual path, no matter how much we've learned, we are always at the beginning, for there is an infinite vastness as to what there is to know. Remember that you are a work in progress and an instrument learning to play a part in a very great orchestra. Enjoy the music that is you, because without your special, unique contribution to the symphony of life, it would not sound as beautiful. Number 9, do not mark your success in life by clinging to the glitter and gadgets you have accumulated during your time here on planet Earth. Now, in my book, One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, I speak about each of us standing in front of the etheric council as we go over our contract that we wrote in our book of life, and what holds most importance importance for the majority of people who stand in front of those wise sage elders is not the money that we had, is not the material goods, the house, the car, the fame, or even the success. We will be most proud of the fact that we tried and how we made others feel. That will be most important to us. So instead of the money, material wealth, or success, please do take stock by noticing the lives that you have touched, the burdens you have helped lift from others, the support you've given, the suffering that you've eased through your kindness, your comfort, and the renewing of faith in others by believing in them. Now, the posse of angels is assuring us that these things in heaven's eyes are more priceless, and they are more powerful and valuable than any gold in the universe. Number 10, do not dread the transition of a life completed. Death is not the end to life, in the same sense that awakening is an end to slumber. With a welcoming heart, greet each dawning of each day as a new adventure. You are so privileged to be in a physical vehicle, you as a soul, to be in a physical vehicle here on planet Earth at this very momentous time. And whatever you choose to do, and however you feel about your contribution while you are here on planet Earth, remember that it's absolutely impossible for you to be kicked out of the universe. And when the posse of angels and I chose some cards for today for some more insight and some more messages, there were some cards that came flying out of the deck. And this is the deck I chose from today, The Sacred Forest by Denise Lynn. Beautiful cards, just have lovely energies about them. The card that came flying out brought a big smile to my face. One of my favorite flowers ever are daffodils, and the daffodil fairy came out. The daffodil fairy has flown in to assure us of new beginnings. On a recent trip to Mount Shasta in Northern California with my husband, I saw my first daffodils of the season. They are the first flowers to emerge after a long, cold winter. Their presence is a sign of hope, new vitality, radiance, and sunshine, and it implores us also, after the long, cold, traumatizing winter of the last 2 years, it's imploring us to also wipe the slate clean, release the old, and stick our heads out and start again. And as I always say, with hope, anything is possible. Now, in order for us to grow, we have to find the strength and the courage to let go of the past, to learn from the last 2 years, as I said, of this important evolution of planet Earth, and to set our sails for a brand new course, to serve the highest part of ourselves, and to be of greater service to the world. Wholeness occurs when we can say yes to not only new beginnings, but both to new endings as well. So thank you, Daffodil Fairy, for coming in and bringing those first signs of newness. And whether that is coming up as the spring equinox is here in the States on March 20th, or in the southern hemisphere as the going into winter or equinox in the southern hemisphere. So thank you so much for that, beautiful Daffodil Fairy. And then the next cards I went to were the Green Witch Oracle. Another beautiful deck of cards. And when I asked the Green Witch Oracle cards to give us some more advice, the first card that popped out was the Success card. And this one is saying that with all that we've integrated, all that we've assimilated and learned from through the lens of our elevated higher consciousness, many in the conscious collective are in for the rides of their lives. From the Ides of March today, March 15th, we're entering a time of so much magic, when so many synchronicities and miracles will abound. The energies of this upcoming full moon on March 18th is helping us to release anything that is no longer serving us. And of course, it's heralding in the new zodiacal year of Aries. Take action, Aries. And the equinox, of course, is on March 20th. And they're all giving us a not-so-gentle nudge to go on more adventures and to discover more about life, to discover more about ourselves. This card is certainly an indication of prosperity, good luck, and justice coming into our lives. And all I can say is hallelujah. Many people are feeling like this as we go further into March. And the next card that came out seemed to be stuck to the Success card was Happiness. Happiness is a number 15 card. And what would success be? Success is a 2 card, actually, is a 2 card. But 2 is about partnerships, partnering with ourselves, partnering with others. It's everything coming together. Everything coming together in perfect balance. And the 15 card is a 6 card. It's a card, especially after the rocky foundation of 2021, which is a number 5 year. We have entered 2022, and the more we get into 2022, the more there'll be energies of balance and a steadier foundation. The Happiness card heralds, again, new successes, new relationships, and again, new beginnings. The herb marjoram indicates celebrations, excitement, holidays, good news, overall physical radiance. Freedoms that were once out of reach are now opening up to be not only possible, but very attainable for many. As I've said in my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show, now in its 11th year, these beautiful weekly programs in which I bring forth channeled information from the posse of angels, and then in the last half an hour, I take calls from listeners for free mini angel readings. Now, in that show, I spoke about going on more adventures to discover more about the world. As the world is opening up once more, many in the conscious collective have an urge to move into new relationships, to move to locations, to move into new careers. And this is perfectly timed because at this time, towards the mid to end of March, going in to April and May and those summer months, what's going to be introduced, who is going to be introduced to many of us is our new, maybe not so new, but soul tribe. And our soul tribes, these new people in our lives, maybe they were with us most probably in previous incarnations, but they've come back in again to support us emotionally, physically, materially, financially, to collaborate with, connect with, and to bring forth new systems and structures of light to replace all of those old corrupt systems on planet Earth, bringing in so much more light to the planet. Let's go to my tarot deck, get a few cards to end with today. I hope you're experiencing beautiful energies where you are now. Certainly with the Ides of March, here on the 15th. Do remember that I'm offering those special hour-long angel readings for only $111. They must be booked today. That's March 15th, 2022, by midnight. And they must be booked and paid for, but you can schedule to have them after that date. And I'm getting excited. There are no planets in retrograde. There's so much forward-moving energy with this, the zodiacal cycle completing with Pisces as it's beginning with Aries, the take action, take no prisoners energies, and also the spring out equinox here in the States when all the flowers are coming out, and there's so much bird song, the heralding in the new and the exciting on the horizon for so many of us. So let's see what comes out. Just a few cards to end this beautiful reading today. Okay, first card that's coming out for us is the World card. This is the card of completion. This is the card of completing a cycle. And look at the laurel wreath over her, holding up that laurel wreath above her head. Yes, give yourself credit, because this is not the first revolution that you've been through. You have come back time and time again as a light worker, as somebody who have higher elevated consciousness to hold the light for the planet, either actively or not actively, pursuing this, but it's your energies that have mattered most, and you have contributed to the world being liberated and freed by the darkness. And so you see that her beautiful blue-green colors and her contribution has melted in, her energies have melted in to bringing forth this completion. And with every completion, there's a new beginning. So thank you very much for that, Spirit. Next card that's coming out for us is the Temperance card. See that flooding in of beautiful water and the alchemical mixing of the waters, where we've been unknowingly, for many of us, it did not seem in the first really 2.5 months of 2022 that much was going on. We seem to have felt stagnant or forgotten, but there was so much that was going on underneath the surface, and it's going to be bringing in those rainbows of fulfillment of our wishes in divine, holy, heavenly ways for us. They're also saying in very karmic ways what's going to be offered for many in the conscious collective to be able to serve themselves in joy and passionately, and not only that, but also to be able to serve the world. The next card that's coming out for us is a 6 card, is the card of victory. It's the card of recognition. It's the card of being promoted. It's the card of being rewarded. Many of those who have been working behind the scenes will now be recognized for their contribution, and perhaps you'll be put into the spotlight, and others will finally recognize your beautiful contribution to the evolution of planet Earth. Horses in the tarot are always about our personal power, and with so many in the conscious collective having elevated and taken back their powerful, sovereign, independent, multidimensional natures, there is no stopping us now. It's a beautiful card there. And they want me to look under the deck. I love the posse of angels. It's the sunshine, lollipops, and Roses card. That's what I call the 10 of Cups. It's the highest emotional fulfillment. It is a 10 card, which reduces to a 1 of new beginnings and stepping into such an emotional time, not only of liberation and freedom, but in order to be ourselves and to thrive here on planet Earth. Let's go to my Making Magic cards. Little deck which brings me so much joy. Okay. What are your favorite spring flowers? Type it into the comments. What are your favorite spring flowers? What do you like most about spring? I don't know. There just seems to be a freshness in the air. What I like, as well as the spring flowers, as the daffodils, is the bird song. There's an increase in the amount of birds that come and visit, and there's just this beautiful start of birth, rebirth, being reborn, being able to start over again with this new cycle, wiping the slate clean, and not forgetting the trauma of the last 2 years, seeing it as a learning lesson, learn from it, and then to be able to step forward and say, I am stronger because of it. I learned so much from it, and I am better because of it. Come on, Posse of Angels. Oh, thank you very much. And one more. We have one more? Okay, there we go. The first card is the power symbol to create luck, serendipitous events. There we go. There are going to be so many synchronicities, magical miracles that will come in as a result of our intentions and our visualizations and our heartfelt longings in the way that we wish to serve on the planet. And open yourself up, get rid of all expectations and attachments, and just open up to serve in the most divine way, in the highest way possible. The next card is the Mystic Star, harmony in the home and great friendships. And the great friendships are those soul connections that are coming home, that are coming to us, will make us feel like home. And the locations that many of us are moving to will make us feel like we are home. And the dragonfly, you bring light to the world. I couldn't finish any better. Go out, everyone, and fashion a beautiful life for yourself. Take care. I'm wishing you love and angel blessings as always. And I look so forward to speaking with you again here on YouTube. And I hope you call in for a free mini angel reading to Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio, which is on every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. And remember, that's Pacific Standard Time. Take care, everyone. Bye.